Hello, this video is brought to you by my supporters on Patreon and my members on YouTube. Minasan, arigatou gozaimasu. My name is Kurt. Today's the 12th day of November 2023, and this is my Good Life Meditation, an exercise that I do each and every morning, a little bit after waking up. It's now 4:44 a.m. I do this to remember my life objectives and principles, those which are outlined in my book, Going Alone. You can get a copy of the book from the link in the description if you like. I recommend best the hardbound edition. I also use this time to think about the last 24 hours and how I did with the various challenges and opportunities that I met along the way, including my sleep. I think about the coming day, I plan for the coming day, I rehearse my Good Life Creed, and then I prepare to die. But I like to begin with a poem. So today we'll give the third and final reading of the book of the poem Ambition by Robert Thomas, Edward Thomas, that is. It's a tricky poem. It's a tricky poem to read. I think I get the idea. It's the stillness of like a time in a snapshot, like the world in a snapshot, and then the freeing of the emotion. Let's read it. Ambition. Unless it was that day I never knew ambition. After a night of frost, before the March sun brightened in the southwest blue, jackdaws began to shout and float and soar already, and one was racing straight and high alone, shouting like a black warrior challenges and menaces to the wide sky. With loud, long laughter then, a woodpecker ridiculed the sadness of the owl's last cry. And through the valley, where all the folk astir made only plumes of pearly smoke to tower over dark trees and white meadows, happier than was Elysium in that happy hour. A train that roared along raised after it and carried with it a motionless white bower of purest cloud, from end to end close knit, so fair it touched the roar with silence. Time was powerless while that lasted. I could sit and think I had made the loveliest of prime breathed its life into it, and were its lord, and no mind lived save this twixt clouds and rime. Omnipotent I was, nor even deplored that I did nothing. But the end fell like a bell, the bower was scattered, far off the train roared. But if this was ambition I cannot tell. What 'twas ambition, for I know not well. Wow. I see it now, the broken spell, right? Broken spell of the meditative state. Especially that train whistle breaking it. Okay, last night and yesterday. Oh, nice, good day yesterday, but man, it took it all out of me. There's nothing left of me. I'm really tired and I've got a big day ahead of me. I can do it. Good day. I spent the day with my nephew Parker. We went to Bombay Beach to reconnoiter a place where I could stay for a month. But I decided not to. It's just not safe enough there for the dogs. The fence wasn't good. And I didn't like all the many hiding places for snakes. So I think I'll move on. Means I have to find another place. All right, there was that. It was a good day. Deep talks. We went to Slab City. Drove through. We didn't stop. Just drove through. Took in a lot there. Very, very worthwhile experience just to drive through and think about the way we live. Oh, there was one challenge of sorts. Parker and I had a incredible day. Lots of great talks. But we did stop at Starbucks. And while we were waiting for our drinks, I was posting a photo on social media, and a woman came up to me and chastised me for being a bad father. That I was looking at my phone with my son standing beside me. Well, I should have been paying attention to him, not knowing that I had just spent an entire day with my nephew, having the deepest and most interesting conversations and experiences together. That brief moment of posting a photo while waiting for our coffee was the exception to an exceptional day. So I looked at her and I simply said, "Thank you for your concern," and left it at that. And I was surprised how easy that came out of me. In years past, that would have bothered me that she said that. I would have voiced some complaint. First, he's not my son. He's my nephew. Second, we just spent all this time together and had a great experience. And this is just a single. But none of that. I just, oh, thank you. I appreciate your concern. And it wasn't even deliberate. I didn't even have to think it through. It just rose out of me. What's more, I didn't feel anything other than that. I didn't feel upset. It was like, well, she's just making a mistake, and I looked at her intention. Her intention was to, to wake me up to being a better father, So that kind of surprised me, that my own reaction, which I was glad, I was pleased with. Yeah, it's a good reaction. Okay, the good life. 8 objectives are: to be always ready to die, to make good and effective use of time, to develop and maintain good and sound life principles, to cultivate good emotional reactions, to perform good actions, to recognize my true limit and true opportunity, and to do just one thing at a time, and do that thing slowly and deliberately and carefully, and keep my balance. My 35 principles now are: war, reason, homunculus, Anchorhold, home of good and evil, purpose, atomic principle, principle of nature, the pirate ride, maturity, social principle, principle of family, public speaking, temperance, life will not go well, the home of good and evil, no, the horror show, the feast of woeful, distraction, agency and the great indifference, the best seat in the house, the restless man, the path of wildness, the great life adventure, this season of philosophy, the bull script writing, the bullseye aim, the uphill climb, arena and utility, nothing is enough, the principle of fun, and being ready. Kind of sloppy there. As for today, I'm going to see how that goes. I'm not going to speak to today just yet. I'll let that stand. I'll let that sit for just a bit. See how I feel after my oatmeal. I might have a touch of something. Am I ready for death? Are my affairs in order? Yes. Are my relationships sound? Yes. Is my life's work complete? Yes. I'll let that be. Now, I'll finish. I wish you all the best. Be safe, but not too safe. And prepare for the wave. I will move forward and up. I will rarely stop, and I will never